Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the session. So let me explain some more graphs, okay, which is the continuation of the yesterday session. I already explained about some graphs in the previous session. What about y equal to x line? What is the graph of y equal to x? What is the graph of y equal to minus x? What is the graph of y equal to x square, which is called square function? What is the graph of y equal to x cube, which is called cube function, etc. Also, I already explained what about the absolute value function, which is called modulus function. So, I explained about that graph also. Also, I explained about signum function graph, okay, signum function curve. So, let me explain some more graphs today. The first one is greatest integer function, which is a greatest integer function. Okay, listen to me. So, greatest integer function, greatest integer function. This is now we will discuss. So, what is greatest integer function? It is also called step function. It is also called step function. Step function. Also called floor function. Greatest integer function is nothing but floor function. Also called step function. So, it is also called floor function. Okay. You have to remember all these. So, let me explain what about step function. Let me explain what about floor function, which is a greatest integer function. See, so see here carefully, this one, we have to read this one as step x. X is in this shape. X is in this shape. This one denotes step of x, step function of x, greatest integer function of s. This one denotes greatest integer function of x or floor of x or step function of x. Step function of x. Okay, this one denotes greatest integer function of x or step function of x or floor function of x, like that. Suppose x value is 2.3, then you have to read that one as step of 2.3. Step of 2.3, you have to read like that one. See, so what is the definition of greatest integer function? First you have to learn. After that, how it is, how you have to draw that curve, okay, we have to discuss. So, definition of greatest integer function, step function, GIF, greatest integer function. Listen to me carefully. N I am taking as integer. N is Z, N belongs to Z. X is real value. X is real value. N is integer. Integers are nothing but round figures, you know. Real number contains all. Irrational, rational, okay, point something values, decimal values, all. This one contains all, but this is integer represents only round figures 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the integer after 2? 3. What is the integer after 3? 4. What is the integer after 0? 1. What is the integer after minus 1? 0. What is the integer after 0? 1. What is the integer after 6? 7. What is the real number after 6? It is not a 7. After 6, the real values between 6 and 7, how many? Infinite are there. After 6 up to 7, between 6 and 7, there exist infinite many real values. But between 6 and 7, there is no integer. That is the difference between real numbers and integers. Already you know about that one. Okay, what is the integer after 6? It is a 7. What is the integer after 7? It is 8. There is no integer between 6 and 7. There is no integer between 7 and 8. You know. But here, between 7 and 8, infinitely many real numbers are there. Between 6 and 7, infinitely many real numbers are there. Okay, in this way. This is a real number system. Origin, x-axis suppose. So, what is the integer after 0? 1. There is no integer between 0 and 1 on the real line. What is the integer after 1? 2. Like that, up to infinity, you have to note it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. What is the before 0 integer? What is the integer before 0? Minus 1. Before that one, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, up to minus infinity. So, there is no integer between these two. There is no integer between these two. There is no integer between these two. Integers are round figures like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. These are all the integers, you know. But according to the real numbers, what is the real number between 0 and 1? There exist infinitely real numbers are there. 0 point something, 0 point something, 0 0.5, 0 0.9, 0 0.0001. What is the real number after 0? What is the real number after 0? It may be 0.00000 something there. That is the real number after 0. What is the integer after 0? 1. That is the difference between real numbers and integers. First you have to notice that one, please. So, I am taking x belongs to R here. It is a real number. It is an integer. N is integer. Okay. Suppose that real value, this is the real value. If that real value lies between two consecutive integers, one is n. What is the consecutive integer after n? N plus 1. What is the consecutive integer after 1? 2. 1 plus 1. What is the consecutive integer after 2? 3. 2 plus 1. What is the consecutive integer after 3? 3 plus 1, 4. What is the consecutive integer? What is the next integer after 4? 5. 4 plus 1. What is the next integer after n? N plus 1. In the same way. So, I am taking this x value which lies between two consecutive integers which are n comma n plus 1. So, if x lies between n comma n plus 1, okay, this is a real value. This real value lies between these two consecutive integers. Then greatest integer function of x. Then we have to define the greatest integer function of x. Step x. We have to read that one. The step x is equals to n. This is the definition. Okay, this is a real value. This real value lies between two consecutive integers which are n and n plus 1. If x lies between these two consecutive integers n comma n plus 1, what are the least in these two? N. Okay, so if this x value lies between these two consecutive integers n comma n plus 1, then the greatest integer function of x, then the floor function of x, then the step function of x is equals to n, which is the least among these two. That x value lies between two integers, two consecutive integers. Among those two consecutive integers, n is least. That n is answer for the floor function of x. I have understood. Okay, see, for example, I want to know a step of 1.5. Step of 1.5. So, we have to tell now. What is step of 1.5? 1.5 is there. First, you have to observe where is 1.5. 1.5 lies between two consecutive integers. What are they? 1.5 lies between 1 and 2 there. 1.5 lies between 1 and 2 there. So, 1.5 lies between 1 comma 2. Therefore, 1.5 lies between n and n plus 1. X is lies between n and n plus 1. Then step x is n. In the same way, 1.5 lies between 1 and 2. Then step of 1.5 is equals to 1. That value lies between these two, 1, 2, between 1 to 1.5 there. So, 1.5 step is 1. In the similar way, what is step of 2.3? 2.3. So, 2.3 lies between 2 and 3. These two are the consecutive integers. So 2 point something values, all the values having 2 point something, which is lies between 2 and 3. So 2.3 lies between 2 and 3. Therefore, step of 2.3 is equals to 2. Okay. What is the, suppose I am taking the value 0.5. 0.5. What is the step of 0.5? 0.5 is a value which lies between 0 to 1. 0.5 is a value which lies between these two consecutive integers 0 comma 1. So 0.5 lies between 0 to 1. Then the step of 0.5 is equals to this value 0. So 0.5 is here. So it is lies between 0 to 1. So the 0.5 step is 0. This is 0. What is the step of minus 0.5? What is the step value of minus 0.5? Minus 0.5 lies here. That value lies between minus 1, 0. Minus 0.5 is here. That is lies between these two consecutive integers, minus 1 and 0. So step of minus 0.5 is, what are the least in these two? This one. So minus 0.5 step is minus 1. That value lies between minus 1 and 0. The step of minus 0.5 is equals to minus 1 we have to take there. This is minus 1. Okay. What is the step value of minus 3.4? Minus 3.4. What is the step value? That minus 3.4 lies between minus 4 and 3. Minus 4 and minus 3. It is minus 3. It is minus 4. So this is the value minus 3.4. Okay. The value lies here between minus 4 and minus 3 in the coordinate system, in the real line. So minus 3.4 lies between these two consecutive integers, which is least among these two, minus 4. So minus 3.4 step is minus 4. I hope understood. Okay, what is the 1.5 step? 1. What is the 2.3 step? 2. What is the 0.5 step? 0. What is the minus 0.5 step? Minus 1. What is the minus 3.4 step value? Minus 4. What is the step of minus 8.6? It is clearly, it is minus 9. That is the definition of step x. That is the definition of greatest integer function. So if x belongs to R and n belongs to Z, if that x value, that real value x lies between the consecutive integers n comma n plus 1, so then the step of x is equals to n. So according to this, the step value of 1.5 is 1, the step value of 3.5 is 3, the step value of 6.9 is 6, the step value of minus 6.9 is minus 7, the step value of 0.3, 0, the step value of minus 0.1, minus 1. Okay, just you have to learn about the greatest integer function like that. Okay, so by the way, we have to make one table about the step x like this. See here, suppose x is taken in this column, step x taken in this column, suppose. So see here, already you know about the value lies between 0 to 1. The step of that value is 0. You know about that one. Already I explained about that one. So I am writing that one. If x lies between 0 to 1, 0 less than or equals to x strictly less than 1. It is not equals to 1 here. So x lies between 0 to 1. That means if x may be 0 or x may be 0 point something, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 like that. So if x lies between 0 to 1, the step x is 0, you know. If x lies between 1 and 2, 1 less than or equals to x less than 2. That means if x may be 1 or x may be 1 point something, x may be 1 or x may be 1 point something. In that particular case, the step value is 1. 1 point something values are there. Step of 1 point something is equals to 1. Okay. Suppose 2 less than or equals to x less than 3. Okay. 2 less than or equals to x less than 3. Then what is step value? The value lies between 2 to 3. That means 2 point something values lies between 2 and 3. Suppose you have to take any 2 point something value. What is the step of 2 point something? 2. I have understood. Okay. So in this way you have to make a table like Suppose the value lies between minus 1 and 0. The value lies here. Then the value may be minus 0 point something is there. Minus 0 point something, minus 0 point something like that. What is the step of minus 0 point something? Minus 1. Minus 1 less than or equals to x less than 0. The value lies between minus 1 to 0. Then the step value is minus 1. The value lies between minus 2 to minus 1. Minus 2 less than or equals to x less than minus 1, then the value, it is a value like minus 1 point something. The step of minus 1 point something is minus 2. X lies between 0 to 1, step x is 0. X lies between 1 and 2, step x is 1. X lies between 2 and 3, step x is 2. X lies between minus 1 and 0, step x is minus 1. You have to observe that one. So by using this explanation, you have to draw greatest integer function graph here. Okay, let me explain the graph of greatest integer function by using this table. Okay, listen to me please. Here I am taking x axis and y axis here. See. Okay, so it's our coordinate system. It is x axis, you know. Okay, it is y axis, you know. I have understood. So now we have to draw on the graph. If x lies between 0 to 1, then the step value is 0. Suppose x equals to 0, step is 0. If x equals to 0.5, step is 0. If x equal to 0.9, step is 0 up to 1. Up to 1. If x equals to 0.99999, step is 0 up to 1. Okay. So if x equal to 0, 0. If x equal to 0.1, 0. If x equal to 0.5, 0. Like this. So this is the step x graph between 0 to 1. But at x equals to 1, there is no. There is. It's not here. Okay, so this is 1 up to 1, 0 point up to before value, 1 before value, it's maybe 0.99999 there. Up to that value, step is 0. At 1, if x equal to 1, step x equal to 1, then this curve jumps to 1. It is 1, suppose. So x equal to 1, step x is 1. If x lies between 1 and 2, then step x is 1. So up to 2. Not at 2, up to 2. So 1.1 step is 1, 1.5 step is 1, 1.6 step is 1, 1.9 step is 1, 1.999 step is 1. But x equal to 2, it's not 1. So if x equals to 2, I am put a hole there. You have to notice that one. So not here, 1 minute. So say it is 2. So at 1 step is 1, at 1.5 step is 1 up to 2. At 2 it is not 1. So I have to put hole there. What is the meaning of this one? At x equals to 1, step x is 1. At x equals to 1 point something, step is 1. At x equal to 2, it's not 1. At x equals to 2, step is 2. Then that one jumps to 2. Then that one jumps to 2. I hope understood. So it is jumped at there. So after 2, if x lies between 2 to 3, then the step x is 2. If x lies between 2 to 3, suppose 3 is there, x is 2 point something. If x is 2 point something, x might be between 2 and 3, step x is 2. If x is 2 point something, step value is 2. At 2, if x equals to 2, then also step is 2. So if x equal to 2, then the step x is 2. 2.1 step is 2. 2.5 step is 2. 2.999 step is 2 up to 3. But at not 3. It's not 2 at x equal to 3. Then that one jumps to 3 there. I have understood. Okay. So if x lies between 2 to 3, step x is 2. But not x equals to 3. If x lies between 1 and 2, step x is 1. But it is not x equals to 2. If x lies between 0 to 1, step x is 0, but it's not at x equals to 1. Okay, in this way you have to draw. In this way you have to draw on the right side of y-axis. So what about left side of y-axis? See, I am taking -1 here. I am taking -1 here. So see, if x lies between -1 to 0, if x lies between -1 to 0, that means -0.1, -0.5, -0.9, like that. If x value lies between -1 to 0, then the step x is -1. So then the step x is -1. So if x is equals to -0.1, step x -1. If x is equal to -0.8, step x is -1 up to -1, but not x equals to -1. Up to x equal to -1 before the value, up to the before value of -1. -1 before value up to here. Okay, all of the values lies between -1 to 0, but not we have to take x equal to -1. These are all the values having step value is -1. So -1, -0.5 step is -1, -0.99 step is -1, like that up to here. Okay, see here please. Okay, if x equal to 0, we don't take. If x equals to 0, step is 0. If x equal to 0, if x equals to -0 point something, step is -1. So if x equal to 0, we can't take. Okay, one minute, just you have to see. If x equals to 0, it's not equals to -1. If x equals to 1, it is -1. So you have to take up to -1 there. So -0 point something, -1. -1 also, step is -1. Suppose that value comes to here, -1 point something, then the step of that value is not equals to -1 there. That means if the value comes to here, that means which is lies between -2 to -1. The value lies between -2 to -1. If the value lies between -2 to -1, the step of that value is not equals to -1 there. The step of that value is not equals to -1 there. If the value lies between -1 to 0, then the step value is -1. If x equal to 0, then the step is 0. So we can't take the step of x is equal to -1 at x equal to 0. So we put hole here. Okay. Then if x comes to there, if x comes to -0 point something, -0 point something, -0 point up to -1, then that all values having step -0.5 step is -1, -0.9 step is -1, -1 step is -1. So the curve should be like this. Okay. If x comes to here in this region, all the values having -1 point something, that means that value is like -1 point something, which is lies between -2 to -1. The value x lies between -2 to -1, then the step x is -2. So the value lies between here, then the step is -2 here. At x equal to -1, step is -1. If x comes to move here, then the step is -2, then this one jumps to here, but at x equal to -1, it is not equals to -2, put hole here. After that, all the values between these two having x equals to having all the values between these two having step value as -2, so the curve going like this up to -2. In this way, you have to draw so many. So just you have to observe what is the shape of this curve. This is the graph of greatest integer function. Looks like a steps. Okay, you have to observe. It is going on like this. It is going on up to end. So there is so many steps there. So greatest integer function curve has so many steps. So we have to say also this function as step function or floor function of x there. So step function means that curve has steps. You have to take step of any function in the mathematics. That curve should be formed, looks like a steps. Just you have to remember this one. It is a step function curve. What are the properties of step function? Just you have to discuss now. What are the properties? Okay, see. I am writing here. So properties of step x. Properties of step x. Step x equals to x when if x is integer, x belongs to I denotes integer. Step of 2, 2. Step of 5, step of 0, x equal to 0, 0. Step of 1, x equal to 1, step x is 1. X equal to 2, step x is 2. X equal to minus 1, step x is minus 1. So step x equal to x, x belongs to integer. If x is integer, then step x is x. If x equal to 5, step x is 5. If x equal to 10, step x is 10. If x equal to minus 1, step x is minus 1. Covered? Okay, if step, that means step x equal to x if x belongs to I. Step of x plus I is integer, x is real value. This can be written as x, step x plus I. This can be written as step x plus I. Here x belongs to R. X belongs to R. I is integer. I is integer. Listen to me. Step of x plus I. In this one, x is real value. In this one, x is integer. If x is integer, there is an ultimate. Step x equal to x. If x is not a real value, if x is not the integer, that means if x is a real value, and you have to take the expression like this. Step of x plus I. It is step of x plus I. X is real value, I is an integer. X is real value, I is an integer. Then this should be written as step x, step of real value plus that integer. You have to observe. Suppose you have to take 2.3, step of 2.3, suppose you have to take. So this can be written as step of 2 plus 0.3, you know. Okay. So in this one, already I told about this one, what it is. X is real value, this is x. This is integer, this is integer. Okay. So like this, step of x plus y, step of x plus I, we have to write like that one. Step x plus I, step x plus I. So what is this? Step x, step of 0.3 plus I plus 2. What is step of 0.3? 0, you know. That value lies between 0 to 1. Step x is 0 plus 2. So what is 0 plus 2? 2. So what is step of 2.3? 2. Already you know. So we have to split this one. Suppose step of x plus I, then we have to write this one as step x plus I. This is the property. Already you know step of 2.3 is equal to 2. By using this property, we have to check, then this one is satisfies. Step of 2.3 is equal to 2. Suppose you have to take, x value is 5.6. Already you know that step of x is equal to 5. Already you know by this table. According to this table, you have to say, by the definition of step x, we have to say step of 5.6 equal to 5. Just you have to check the property there. So step of x plus I am writing this one 5.6 as integer 5 plus 0.6. I am writing like this. So this is x, this is I, you know. So what it is? Step x, step of 0.6 plus 5. Step of 0.6 is 0 plus 5. 0 plus 5 is 5. It is okay. So step of x plus I is equals to step x. Step of x plus I. Step of x plus I. Suppose you have to return this one in the form step of x plus I. By using the property step x plus I, you will get the answer. Already you know what is the answer? 5. So it is one more property. So step x equals to x, where x is integer. Step of x plus I is equal to step x plus I, where x is real value. Step of minus x. What is step of minus x? Step of minus x equals to minus step x. Step of minus x is equals to minus step x if x is integer. This is also if x is integer. Just you have to take minus 3. Step of minus 3. What is the answer? Minus 3. So step of minus x equals to minus step x. So by using this property, step of minus 3 is equal to minus of step 3. Minus of step 3 is nothing but minus 3. So step of minus 3 is equal to minus 3. By using this property, Also, step of minus 3 is equal to minus 3. So, step of minus x equal to, we have to write minus step x there. Okay, just you have to check all these. Suppose step of, we have to take step of minus x, but x not as an integer. X is not an integer. Then we have to say, what about this one? Step of minus x is equals to minus step x minus 1. This is the property. Minus step x minus 1. Suppose you have to take minus 1.3. Step of minus 1.3, what is the answer? Step of minus 1.3 is equals to, that value lies between minus 1.3, that value lies between minus 2 and minus 1. Minus 1.3 located here. What is the answer? Minus 2 you know. By using this property you have to check. What about this one says? Minus step of minus x is equals to minus step x minus 1. By using this property you have to check we are getting that answer or not. So, minus 1.3 take. So, by using this property, minus of step 1.3 minus 1, 1.3 step is 1. So, it is minus 1, already minus 1 there, minus 2. By using this property also, we are getting the value of step of minus 1.3 is equal to minus 2. So, these are all the basic properties of greatest integer function. Okay, these are all the basic properties of greatest integer function. Step x equals to x if x is an integer. Step of x plus I is equals to step x plus I if x is a real number. Step of minus x equal to minus step x if x is an integer. Step of minus x is equal to minus step x minus 1 if x not as an integer. So, you have to remember all these things. So, what is the definition of step x? Definition of step x is, if x is a real value, n is an integer, if that x lies between the consecutive integers n comma n plus 1, then you have to say the step value of x, the greatest integer function value of x is n. In this way, step of 1.3, 1, step of 0.5, 0, step of minus 1.3, minus 2. We have to calculate it every value. We have to calculate it the greatest integer functional value for every real value. Okay, according to this table, we have to just observe. If x lies between 0 to 1, step is 0. If x lies between 1 and 2, step is 1. According to this table, we have to draw this graph. This graph should be, should look like a steps where. Okay, this graph looks like, okay, suppose you have to draw this graph continuously. We are getting so many steps there. So, we have to call this greatest integer function as step function. So, by observation of this graph and this table, we have to make some properties of step function like this. Step x equal to x, x is an integer. If x is a real number, then step of x plus I is equal to step x plus I. If x is an integer, step of minus x equal to minus step x. If x is not an integer, step of minus x equal to minus step x minus 1. It is something about greatest integer function. Okay. Okay. See, let us move to discuss one more curve, which is called fractional part function. Fractional part function. Okay, so the next one. Fractional part function. This is the one more function we have to discuss here. Already I explained about greatest integer function. So, it is fractional part function. So, listen to me. So, this denotes fractional part of x. This denotes fractional part of x. This denotes fractional part of x. Okay, first you have to notice this one. Fractional part of x denotes this is, we have to read, we have to put x in the flower bag type, this one. So, this is a symbol, this is the symbol. So, we have to put this x in this symbol. Okay. So, this one represent, this one denotes, put x in this symbol, that one denotes fractional part of x. Suppose x equal to minus 1.3. If x is equal to minus 1.3, then we have to read that one as fractional part of minus 1.3. Okay. If x is equal to 0.5, then we have to read as fractional part of 0.5. Okay. What is the definition of fractional part of x? Definition. What is the definition? So, fractional part of x is defined as x minus step x. Already you know about step x in the previous discussion. Okay. So, the definition of fractional part of x is x minus step x. So, according to this definition, we have to calculate it for some values. We have to calculate some values. Okay. We have to calculate it. The fractional part of x, we have to calculate it, the fractional part of x for some values. Okay. Suppose I am taking x value is 0.5. Listen to me carefully. So, x is 0.5, fractional part of 0.5. That is equals to, by the definition of this one, 0.5 minus step of 0.5, 0. So, step of 0.5, 0 you know. So, what is the answer here? 0.5. So, fractional part of 0.5 is 0.5. Okay. What is the fractional part of 1.6? 1.5 suppose. 1.5 fractional part of x is, fractional part of x value 1.5 is 1.5 minus step of 1.5 you know. That is equals to 1.5 minus step of 1.5, 1.5 minus 1, it is also 0.5. So, fractional part of 0.5 is 0.5, fractional part of 1.5 is, it is also 0.5, fractional part of 2.5 is 2.5 minus step of 2.5, step of 2.5 is 2. So, 2.5 minus 2, 0.5. Fractional part of 0.5, 0.5, fractional part of 1.5, 0.5, fractional part of 2.5, 0.5, fractional part of 10.5, 0.5. You have to observe that one please. Fractional part of 1.7, what is the answer? So, fractional part of 1.7 is equals to 1.7 minus step of 1.7, 1.7 minus step of 1.7. Already you know about step of 1.7 which is 1. 1.7 minus 1, 0.7. So, fractional part of 1.7 is 0.7. Fractional part of 0.5 is 0.5. Fractional part of 1.5 is 0.5. Fractional part of 3.6 is 0.6. Fractional part of 9.4 is 0.4. Okay. Fractional part of 9.4, it is 9.4 minus fractional step of 9.4, that means 9.4 minus 9 is 0.4. Okay. Fractional part of 9, 0. Fractional part of 9, 9 minus step 9 is 0. So, 9 minus 9, 0. If x is an integer, the fractional part of x is 0. Step 1, fractional part of 1, it is 0. Fractional part of 5, it is 0. If x is an integer, fractional part of that value is 0. Fractional part of 100, 100 minus step of 100, step of 100 is 100, 100 minus 100 is 0. If x is an integer, the fractional part of that value is 0. Okay. If x is equal to 1.7, fractional part of 1.7 is 0.7. If x is equal to 9.4, fractional part of 9.4 is 0.4. We have to discuss something about negative values. Okay. See, fractional part of minus 1.3. What about this one? Fractional part of minus 1.3 is equals to, according to the definition, we have to write minus 1.3 minus step of minus 1.3. X is minus 1.3, minus 1.3, step of minus 1.3, minus 1.3, step of minus 1.3, minus 2. Minus 2 half minus plus 2. 2 minus 1.3, 0.7. So, it differs some. So, fractional part of minus 1.3 is 0.7. Okay. Fractional part of minus 0.4 suppose you have to take. What about this one? fractional part of minus 0.4 is equals to x is 0.4, x is minus 0.4, minus 0.4 minus step of minus 0.4. So, it is minus 0.4, step of minus 0.4, minus 1, minus 1, plus 1, 1 minus 0.4, 0.6. You have to observe that one, please. Okay. So, what is the fractional part of minus 1.3? 0.7. It differs some. It differs some with the previous discussion. The fractional part of minus 0.4, 0.6. Fractional part of minus 4.5. What about this one? That is equals to minus 4.5 minus 4.5 minus step of minus 4.5. It is 5. Minus 5. Minus of minus 5 plus 5. 5 minus 4.5, 0.5. You have to observe all the fractional part answers. You are getting the answers 0 or 0 point something. So, you have to consider all the, you have to check more there. You have to take 0.5 fractional part of x 0.5, 1.5 fractional part of 1.5, 9.5 fractional part 0.4, 5. What is the fractional part of 5? 0. You have to consider all answers, please. All the answers lies between 0 to 1 there. So, it is one observation, fractional part of x is always lies between 0 to 1. It should be 0 maybe. Okay. So, what is the range of fractional part of x? Fractional part of x is always lies between 0 to 1. It may be 0 or greater than 0, but it is less than 1. This is the range for fractional part of x. You have to take any x belongs to R. You have to take any x belongs to R. You have to take any real value x is here. Then the fractional part of x is always lies between 0 to 1. It is one observation about the function fractional part of x. Okay. So, let me draw the graph for this one. See, by using these contents, suppose I am taking coordinate axis like this. Okay. Now, I am writing the curve fractional part of x. Fractional part of x. Okay. Which is denotes by this is. Okay. This is. Plot the graph of fractional part of x. This is the meaning. Okay, this is the meaning. Let the graph of y is equal to this is. So, see, this is our coordinate system, you know, 1, 0. So, what is the 0.5 fractional part? 0.5 fractional part is 0.5, you know. Okay. 0.1 fractional part, 0.1, 0.5 fractional part, 0.5, 0.6 fractional part, 0.6, 0.9 fractional part, 0.9. At 1, 0. 1 is integer, fractional part of 1 is 0. So, just you have to 0, 0, 0.1, 0.1, 0.5, 0.5, like this. The curve moves like this, 0.1, 0.1, 0.5, 0.5, 0.6, 0.6, 0.9, 0.9. At 1 jumps to here. This is. Okay, up to 1, but not equals to 1. Before 1 value, x moves to before 1. What is the before 1 value? 0.999 like this. Up to there, 0.9. Fractional part is 0.9. 0.999. Fractional part is 0.999. At 1, it's not 1. At 1, the fractional part is 0. That one jumps to there. In this way, suppose to there. 1.1. What is the fractional part of 1.1? I already explained this one. 0.1. 1.2, 0.2. 1.3, 1.1, 0.1. 1.3, 0.3. 1.5, 0.5. 1.9, 0.9. Up to 2, the graph moves like this. But exactly at x equal to 2, it's not 1. That one jumps to there. If x equals to 2, fractional part of x is 0. If x equal to 1.999, then the fractional part is 0.999. Again, at x equal to 2, that comes to 0. That moves there. So, up to 1, the graph rises. At 1, 0. Up to 2, the graph rises like this. At 2, 0. Again, up to 3. Up to 3, the graph rises. 3.9 step. 3.9 fractional part, 0.9. 3.99 fractional part, 0.99. At 3, not there. At 3, that one comes to there, 0. 3 is integer. Okay. It is minus 1. It is minus 2. So, what about minus 1.9? Fractional part of minus 0.9 suppose. Minus 0.9 is already I told what it is. X minus step x using formula minus 0.9. It is minus 0.9 minus 1 plus 1. 1 minus 0.9, 0.1. So, fractional part of minus 0.9 is 0.1. Fractional part of minus 0.9 is 0.1. So, the graph moves like this. Okay. So, in this way, you have to draw one more graph. So, like this. So, you have to repeat the graph between any two integers. There are graphs should like this. This is, okay, this one represents, see please. Okay, there are graphs should be like this 0, 1, 2. Okay, so here this is like this. Okay, so this is the fractional part of x like this. You have to repeat all the values. You have to repeat the graph by taking some values, then the graph looks like this one. Okay, this is called fractional part of x. Okay, thank you.